Hey y'all, how are you doing? Hope everyone's doing all right. Today I had like a bit of a lazy start to the day, but I had like a huge repotting day. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but in New Jersey, at least in the Hunterdon County area, I don't know about other parts of New Jersey, we had like a huge storm 2 days ago. I believe it was 2 days ago. Yes, 2 days ago. Friday. Today is Sunday when I'm recording this and hopefully uploading it. But we had like a huge storm. Lots of rain. So much rain that like I had like a big bucket that I collect rainwater in. And like it was more than halfway full. But I did not know it was going to rain that much. I left my plants outside to get some water because I was expecting it to be like, I was expecting it to rain for a while, but not to be as bad as it was. Like it was flooding in the highway, like near where I work. So when I came home from work, I like had a lot of plant rehab to do. I I don't know if this is the best solution or not, but I took all like the really badly damaged plants that like would not survive if they stayed in the drenched water. Like their pots were so full of water, like there was like 2 inches of water on the surface of the soil in the pot for some of them. I took all those plants out of the water, out of the, well, I took the water out of the pot into the big rain bucket thing. And then I put those plants out of their pots, out of their soil, and I had like a bag of dry soil mix, and I ended up like just trying to incorporate that with like the wet soil to give it like a not drenched but like a watered, kind of like soil thing. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I tried to do that so that like none of the plants would like be badly damaged, and alhamdulillah, like they my plants did survive. The next morning I was very hesitant. I was like, I'm not gonna rush to do this because if it's bad news, I don't want to rush for bad news and have my day start out that way. But I kind of just left like, oh, and it was like raining throughout the night too, so like I put all my plants like around my shed, like away from the, protection from the rain, kind of let them do their thing until the morning. Then I checked around like 8 a.m. I believe it was, and like they were they were fine. So I took them outside. I put the ones that like I don't know what I'm saying. Before I lose my track of thought, I took them outside and yeah, I was planning on getting some plants yesterday, which I did. I got a bunch of plants, and I'm not very good at taking before after pictures. Well, I'm not good at taking before in progress pictures, I should say, in videos, but I repotted a lot of things today to kind of yeah, just give things new homes, and I guess also like amend the soil. Oh, what I did was all the like excess wet soil, I put it in a couple of like of pots to just dry out. I guess like not really more than the surface dried out, but I would just turn it over. And that's why like my nails are like this, is because like I've been like digging in the soil with my bare hands, but I would just kind of like turn it over to just aerate the soil more and try and get like the top layer to evaporate off, mix that in so that it absorbs the moisture out of the rest of the soil, just so like no mold or anything grows. So yeah, here are a couple of plants. I didn't repot that one. This stayed in this thing. It was inside, so I didn't have to worry about it. I repotted the hostas. Unfortunately, they didn't fare very well, so I had to like cut stalks off, but hopefully they'll be fine. I repotted the bamboo into these smaller pots. Since they have shallow roots, like I figured, like might as well put them in something small so I don't have to worry about overwatering it. And then the rest are outside. So I'm trying to propagate some sumac from branches and leaf cuttings. So I have those here. I repotted this bamboo into this little thing because like the aloe that I had in here is not really taking root. They were like saplings or pups or whatever you call them, or the aloe, but they weren't taking root. And I think they were ones that didn't really have root systems to begin with, but I was just trying them out. They did not work, so I just took them out. This branch doesn't seem to be doing well, but this one is fine, I guess. Not the greatest, but it seems fine. Oh, so I got a bunch of English ivy because I plan on propagating some and selling some and making arrangements kind of like what I have here. So I have English ivy with the spider plant and these Sansevieria snake plants. These have some nice variegation on them. It's nice because it's like the back of the leaf has like a different variegation color than the front. These are just cool. I don't know how well it would be for these plants to survive together, but since like these are invasive species, you know, maybe they can like just take up all the moisture out of the soil in conjunction with the snake plant, so I don't have to worry about like these being overwatered and these being underwatered. The spider plant seems to be doing fine. So all these English ivy came in like a big tray, a flat it's called, from the nursery, and I had to unpot them all. It was like 12 different like nursery pots that I had to take them out of, and I was kind of amending like the wet soil. Luckily, like the soil that these came in was like dry, so I was kind of amending the wet soil with that. Here's like a little branch of like my fiddle leaf fig that I just had like sitting in water, I guess like when I repotted that. The fiddle leaf fig was actually one of the ones that had the drench like situation very badly. Luckily I was able to get to it in time, and it seems to be doing well. But I just potted this today, so I don't know how well this is gonna do. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about like the arrangement of like the ivies, or like the very much like needing water plants, and like the ones that the succulents that like don't need it that much. This is a non-variegated Sansevieria snake plant. I forget what exactly happens to create this condition, but it's like irreversible. So basically any other snake plant that comes out from this is gonna look just like this, without like all the lines and patterns like this one does. This Sansevieria, I remember this was a pup off of one of the ones that I have over here. It wasn't like doing too great before, but it looks like it's grown a lot, which is pretty good. Another arrangement. When I got the Sansevieria from the nurseries yesterday, basically all the bigger ones you see, they kind of came in clusters. So it was nice to have that to propagate and separate those and like see what's going on. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video or not, but these two are not two separate ones. They're actually still connected, and they came from the same one as either this Sansevieria or that one. But I kind of just kept them together since they didn't really have a lot of their own root systems. So we'll see how that goes. The spider plant seems to be doing very well. Lots of little pups. Let's see if we can get this to focus. There we go. Lots of little pups that are coming up from the stalk. So I can't wait for that to grow more for me to propagate it. Here's one of the fiddle leaf figs. This one didn't have like mature enough like offshoots for me to separate those. So I kind of kept those together. In fact, that one like I think might have came from this, but that like fell off when I was repotting. This fiddle leaf fig branch came from that one over there. We'll make our way to it. Kind of like having my things arranged in like a sort of symmetry, in case you couldn't tell. Of course, that's not always possible with the regularity of like the plants, but whenever I can, it's nice. These are citronella plants that I got yesterday. Fairly decent price. These things tend to grow a lot and they really love the sun. So I'm excited. Like, it was like about $11, I believe, but I think that's a very worthy investment for what I plan on doing with this thing. Let's see. Oh, okay. So this is the Sansevieria that that pup came from. And when I took that pup away from its mother, it was actually about that size. So I'm glad that it's grown quite a bit. And you really should not like take them away from the mother plant until they're like, I would say like a bit shorter than this maybe, just because like it doesn't have as great a chance of surviving on its own, but luckily it did. And so yeah, I just kept this one with the main parent plant. I repotted this mint, kiwi strawberry mojito mint, just because it seemed like it had like it wasn't really like covering as much of the surface area of the pot that it was in before, which is that kind of pot. And I like how much surface area of it it's covering now. And when I took it out of that pot, it was starting to get root bound, so it's good that I did. Here's another branch from like the fiddle leaf fig that I took out, and I just have it propped up with some willow twigs. Yeah, hopefully it does fine. The leaves are kind of all on one side. Oh, except for now. I guess they moved. It's a good thing they moved, but I don't know if you could tell, but it was like all the leaves were like just kind of stacked up on top of each other, just because of how it was growing. But I guess like it's adapted to the sun and it's spreading its leaves out now that it's like standing up as opposed to like just lying down. Oh, these fantabulous plantain lilies. Oh my God, y'all. So when I was like repotting it, it looked like I could split it into two different plants, and I tried to do that, but it like hurts me to talk about it. I like cut it in the wrong spot. So I actually have like the cutting, like it seemed like pretty well on its own. Like I have the cutting like in the shed, just like trying to propagate it in water and see what happens. I don't expect it to survive, but maybe it will. But yeah, there's another plantain lily there. We'll go see like the plants around the back in just a moment. Of course, here's like my arrangement from like my previous video, I believe. Has the spider plants, the English ivy, different variety than the ones I got yesterday, and aloe. And they all seem to be doing fine. Oh, I forgot. I already went back here to show y'all. But yeah, that's just kind of how my arrangement is. So if we look at it, kind of have it as like a rectangle around the shed. Alrighty, the puppies are saying something, so I'm gonna go talk to them. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Bye.